Hello, everyone. Greetings. Thank you for coming back and viewing with us Tech Talk, the show where technology meets transformation. Thank you to our media partners, K Media Marketing, Borneo Post, Utusan Borneo, Sihua Daily, Oriental Daily, and TFM. This is a two-part episode titled The Future of TV, and part one will be AITV's vision, founders, and the journey ahead. Now, television has progressed from its early black and white cathode ray tube CRT sets to today's sleek ultra thin QLED displays, evolving through color, cable, satellite, HD, 4K, and now 8K and 12K resolutions. This journey has transformed TV from a static content delivery medium into a dynamic source of immersive visual experiences. AITV Technologies Inc., based in Silicon Valley, is spearheading the next major shift, turning traditional television into a secure, private, interactive, and AI powered platform. By integrating AI content, intelligence, responsive human AI avatars, Web3 and 4 infrastructures, and ultra low latency streaming, AITV enables two-way engagement and personalized viewing. Its middleware supports AI hosted channels, user generated content, digital media rooms, and privacy first digital or otherwise known as data clean rooms, giving creators, broadcasters, governments, and advertisers true ownership, control, and new monetization opportunities. AITV's model also drives job creation, audience sovereignty, and secure data driven broadcasting while supporting ethical AI and privacy first design. This marks a shift beyond connected TV into an era where every screen becomes intelligent and interactive. Every viewer is AI assisted, and content ownership lies with creators and audiences. AI TV envisions a future where television talks back, follows users, and integrates seamlessly with mobile devices as the ultimate personalized remote control. Now, let's experience a glimpse of AI TV.
Hey, how come the picture quality on this big screen is so poor?
I don't know. Let me try the support.
Hi, David. How are you today? I'm Jess, your AI digital assistant. What can I help you with?
Hey, the game is all grainy. What's wrong with my TV?
I checked and your internet connection is in order. The reason for the poor quality has to do with your subscription. Would you like me to upgrade you to a premium plan so you can watch it in UHD?
I don't know. How much is it to upgrade?
It's $15, but let's not do this now. I temporarily changed your settings so you can watch the rest of the game in UHD. Let's talk again at halftime.
Sounds great.
Is there anything else I can help you with now?
No, I think we're good. I guess we'll see you at halftime.
Okay, today we dive into the future of television with the visionaries behind AITV Technologies Inc. Let's meet the minds redefining the media landscape, the disruptor's disruptor. We have Dr. Ahmad Moradi, the founder and inventor, three-time US presidential gold medalist. He introduced the symbolic AI to the world back in 1986. Dr. Moradi, would you kindly say a few words introduction of yourself, sir?
Thank you for having me. It's an honor and a pleasure to be with you all at Tech Talk. As you know, we promote through information, communication, and education new paradox of technologies. And some of these we are actively involved ourselves. So with that in mind, AITV, it's a brainchild of decades of work with some of the esteemed colleagues that you see in here, that along with the team of and cast of crew, that they are based around the globe, that they are bringing this knowledge and skill set to revolutionize the television as we know. So my background comes from 45 years of ICT background and working in the community of technology and allowing people to create interactive experiences has led me to build platforms and technologies that has evolutionized itself to bring it to the birth of what we call AITV. So with that in mind, AITV is designed as a way for us to create the new paradigm of new experience, the video streaming, the interactions, being part of a TV and game show. Back to you, Mr. DJ.
Thank you very much, Dr. Moradi. Then we have our CEO, Mr. Mark Iwanowski, who was the former CIO of Oracle. He was responsible for converting the floppy disks to the cloud for Oracle. And over to you, Mr. Mark.
Thanks, VJ. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm really excited to be here today and be meeting with you all. Just a little bit of my background. I was fortunate to have done several startups earlier in my career that we sold to Fortune 500 companies. As VJ mentioned, I was Oracle's Global Chief Information Officer, so I managed our IT processes around the globe, but more importantly, took Oracle into the cloud business back in the day. Worked directly with Larry Ellison in that regard. I did my education. I had a master's at Caltech and got to know Dr. Moradi over the last year. We've got to really know each other and learn and come to a conclusion that the future of television is a big opportunity for us all today.
Oh, thank you, Mark. Now we have got our Chief Information Officer, Mr. Stephen Remondini, who started out as a contract programmer for the Social Security Administration and Defense Intelligence Agency. And Mr. Stephen, would you be kind enough to say a few words?
Thank you very much, VJ, and it's great to be here with everybody on Tek Talk. After I did some contract work with the federal government and Defense Intelligence, Social Security Administration, I got an opportunity to go with a little unknown company back in the day called Novell Systems, and I was one of the first 30 people hired there. We took that almost to a full billion-dollar corporation in less than 4 or 5 years. When I came to South Florida, a lot of people came out of Novell and IBM to start a company called Citrix Systems, which was based on communications and remote communications of desktop and stuff like that. That gave me an opportunity to use my telecommunications degree to look at delivering content over low latency, wires and cables and interactions from that standpoint. And then I met this guy, Dr. Moradi. This has been over 25 plus years ago. And we created a company called Future Track, which was the first one to put satellite TV on boats and RV. And we were actually back in the day, this is before HD ever got onto satellites. And we were doing compression algorithms and we're the first ones to actually stream live off the dock at a boat show and up onto the satellite and then having it received back down on the dock at the bar, a live stream from all the boat owners and stuff at one of the boat shows. So it's been a wonderful journey. I'm looking forward to this next one. And I think we've got a lot of upside and we're going to change the world. Thank you, VJ.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stephen. And we have our Chief Technology Officer, Mr. Francis Yeo from Singapore, our Chief AI Architect. Francis, would you kindly say a few words?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Francis Teo. Yeah, I've been actually working with the Ministry of Education for Singapore, as well as agent for science, digital transformation for Singapore government itself. That is back in 20 years ago. And we have been actually working with all of new devices. Back 20 years ago, I actually played with Google Glass back then. So we play with all kinds of newest technologies. Now, coming back to now, 2025, we are actually working on the latest technologies like AR, VR, and it is my pleasure to be in this project, because AITV will be something that will be revolutionary, and hope that you'll listen to us and see what is so revolutionary about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Francis. And last but not least, myself, I'm Vijay, the Chief Business Development Officer for the APEC region. We started off together with NetSTES, connecting the cloud to the using the military-grade spectrum, and we streamed high-definition audio and video in one of the most remotest areas in Malaysia. That was back in 2011, sometime back. And I've had many experiences here in this region, and I also wear many caps. I am the managing director of VIPA Malaysia. I am also the chief operating officer of Meta Exchange Inc., a company listed in the Nasdaq Private Market, and I'm the chief business development officer of AITV Inc. So let's get back to our show. Today, we dive into the future of television with the visionaries behind the AITV technologies. I have got a few questions for for the gentlemen all here, my colleagues. Dr. Moradi, what inspired the creation of AITV?
Good question. What happened is, as I moved away from healthcare industry over 34 years and moving to the media and compression algorithm, and like Steven said, working with DirecTV, where he changed my perspective, because I was trying to feed 30 frames into an analog line those days. We didn't even have ISDN. Right. So that was gifted to us if we were getting an ISDN. And then we would bootstrap 2 of them and make it into 128 kilobits, if you remember. And then we decided to create set-top boxes, as you recall, and we went to Germany. Yeah. So we came from that long line of television that we believe television has to evolutionize from the way that we are watching it. And over the decades, we started watching it both working in Europe and helping out mostly print publishers like Gazzetta and magazines in that region, from Germany to Italy to Romania, that we were converting their viewing from static, good old days of Web 1.0 into video. Video became very dominant, obviously, and now we have an insatiable need for watching and respecting everybody's videos, but at the same time, it's becoming a jungle. So with that kind of a setting, we decided that there is got to be a way that we can create a new paradigm of why we call it the AITV. AITV can have deep fake news, and a lot of other aspects that it can bring or mitigate that into a framework of your television, but more importantly, allowing you to bring new experiences like we used to have, for example, or we initiated years ago, called live streaming, or you talk about live shows or reality shows or infomercials and all of these other things. And we see now the new paradox of social media that has brought a new paradox of experiences. If we mix the television with AI and social connectivity, then we can create a new ways. For that, we went ahead back 12 years ago and even created game shows in Holland, where we were able to bring 96 attendees into the TV studio and create different pilots and offer that to different TV networks. Yep. During this journey, we learned, as we worked with companies like CNN, Dutch View, RTL, KPN, I can mention many names, MTV guys, they all told us we were 12 years ahead of time. But COVID changed the paradox because of the health and distance and so forth. So a hybrid entertainment and hybrid work became a norm. So we decided the timing is now, and that's one of the reasons I reached out to my esteemed colleagues that you are watching in here, that we all have had decades of relationship and created a new paradox that we call AITV. Back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Moradi. And Mark, here's a question for you. How did the founding team come together?
Well, thanks for the question, Vijay. Yeah, I got to know Dr. Murati really well over the last year, and we spent quite a bit of time talking about the future in general, technology and the like. And we collectively came to the conclusion that, the timing for bringing, an AI-based two-way interactive television experience to the market was exactly now. And so we got to talking through how we could move forward with that. And Dr. Murati introduced me to yourself and Francis and Stephen and the rest of the team that Dr. Murati's worked with for years. And I quickly came to the conclusion that, boy, this is a perfect opportunity for us all to collaborate and bring together our collective experiences, because it's a global market. As I experienced in my Oracle days, we were in 150 countries around the globe, and the bottom line is what AITV is all about is bringing a global footprint to everyone in the world. So quite frankly, I got very excited about the opportunity, and it gave me an opportunity to bring my Silicon Valley background into connection with the rest of the team. And that's how we got to where we are today. Back to you, PJ.
Thank you, Mark. That's nice. So while we are exploring the origins and the vision of AITV Inc., let's have a question for our CIO, Stephen. What gaps in the current TV and streaming landscape are we solving?
Okay, that's a great question, and it comes down to 3 or 4 scenarios that has been around since people have been using content delivery networks. The first one is latency. Even though we have 5G, even though we have high definition, even though we have satellites that are much more capable than it ever was when Dr. M and I were out there, trying to create first uplinks, live uplinks, and streaming and stuff, you still have a lot of low latency connections. And so rather than just target this solution to just the high end and the high def and the immersive experiences, let's go ahead and target everything that's out there as much as we possibly can and give it the intelligence to deal with those scenarios. The second thing is broadcasters, they've been pushing technology and content out now for many, many, many years. And even though you have Nielsen ratings and you have, surveys and stuff you can do within communities and stuff like that, you still don't know how effective you really are at putting out the right content or the right advertising and giving people what they want to see. When I kind of got into programming and got into this, I always dreamed that this computer would be a device that I didn't need a keyboard or a mouse. I could just talk to it and tell it what I wanted, and it would do what I wanted it to do. Okay. So if we can now get to this point, and we're getting there rapidly, and we're able to change the way we not only stream and interact with that consumer on the end and give them the ability to come back and talk to us, we can do that in multiple languages, therefore bridging that gap. And we can do that around the world. We're literally bringing a relationship between customers and broadcast and content creators that they've never had before. So those are kind of our targets in going forward with this technology, and it's moving very quickly.
Wow. Thank you, Stephen. That's mind-blowing. Now we have got a question for our CTO, Francis. How does AITV differ from traditional broadcasters and big tech streamers?
Well, can you hear me right? Okay, AITV. I can say the future of entertainment is here. I can put it is it's intelligent, it's interactive, and it is built for value creation. Just imagine a TV that doesn't just stream content. It thinks, responds, and empowers you. Welcome to AITV, the world's first intelligent TV or smart TV 2.0. A voice and gesture-enabled distributed computing node that turns and transform your living room into an entertainment platform. It's becoming your command center of your digital life. So this is not an incremental innovation. It is a disruption, disrupting the disruptors. While our legacy broadcasters and the big tech streamers rely on outdated centralized crowd model that inflate cost and exploit user data. Nowadays, user privacy is of utmost importance, right? So AITV flips the script. We built a next generation interactive OTT platform powered by on-device Edge AI, eliminating latency, slashing bandwidth costs, delivering hyper-personalized content, all without compromising privacy. So let's take a look. Meet your interactive butler, an AI concierge that listens, learns, and acts. Speak or gesture to launch shows, get real-time recommendation, or control your entire smart TV IoT ecosystem. Your lights, your locks, your cameras, all managed from your TV. No apps, no phone, just seamless intelligent control. Let's take a look. Our normal TV, we can't do that. But we go further. AITV integrates live streaming, user-generated content, watch parties, AIGC. I think that is one of the hottest things. AI-generated content and shoppable TV. So just imagine, turn on your TV and you can start buying stuff, buying e-commerce, turning your passive viewing into an immersive, social, and monetizable experience. And here's a game changer. User finally own their data through our tokenized data wallets, which we are going to do it in phase 2. Okay, viewers will opt in to share anonymized insights and earn rewards. Maybe we can create the first true create and earn TV economy. Advertisers gain compliance access while clean rooms and fabricated learning, okay, align with all this GDPR and PDPA, with a transparent, ethical alternative to surveillance-based models. So as a middleware, AITV actually integrates seamlessly with all the Google AI, LG ThinQ, as well as OEM platforms. So no hardware changes is needed. Because we have access to 1,400 TV stations across Asia, Europe, Africa. So we can run this exclusive ICDN video decentralized network. So therefore, we have a very huge distribution moat that is unmatched. So basically, we are totally different from the traditional broadcaster. Yep. Did I answer your question?
Yes, very well, Francis. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
So now what we have done is we have gone through the origins and the vision. Now let's take a dive into the technology and innovation. So Stephen, back to you again. What makes AITV's technology unique?
Wow. And, this is what I do love about working with Francis, because he can take everything we're thinking about and go make it happen. So I love that part, So let's start with the AI agents. This is the interface in between content delivery, creation, and broadcasters and the user. So and that AI agent not only protects what the user wants and their private information in the way that they think, but it also will protect them against AI bad actors that are out there. And it'll create, via a very secure channel, the ability to respond, take that response and actually redirect it to let's say a shopping mall or a shopping cart or something you want to know about, or a series that you'd like to see the actors in after you've watched the series. So taking all of that stuff that we like when we're sitting on the couch in front of the TV and making sure it gets back to the right place. Also, the interactivity on this type of system allows us in the middle of streams or in between shows and stuff like that to get additional information or have the AI agent act in our behalf saying, here's some things that have this type of product in it or are related to this series. One of the cool aspects about this that has been developed is the edge delivery system. You literally can take a YouTube stream on your cell phone today, sitting on, and you're walking in the front door watching a stream or on this podcast of Tech Talk, right? And you decide to sit down in the middle of this and switch it over to your 65-inch TV in the living room. You can literally switch it over there, and the edge system will be able to take a look at what your display capabilities are, and then go and get the stream without loss of frame, without audio being interrupted or out of sync, and be able to now display the whole thing on a 65-inch TV. Okay.
And I have 85-inch.
Go ahead.
85-inch.
Yeah, 85-inch, right. You know, I got to upgrade my living room, especially with this technology.
So what it means is the content transitions from the mobile to the TV seamlessly without dropping a single frame.
Exactly.
Right? See that?
So back to you, VJ.
Okay. Thank you, Stephen. This one is for you, Dr. Moradi. How are we leveraging, how is AITV leveraging the 600 million connected devices via Google?
Well, one of the things that we are doing is building AITV with the strategic partners into the supply chain, because the way we are looking at the entire structure is to be vendor agnostic for our broadcasters. Working years with Asia Pacific Broadcast Union, working with European Broadcast Union and NAB and all of these institutions, that has given us the learning curve that every one of these entities, they have their own configuration, their own network. So if you talk to BBC versus TV France, you find a totally different diverse engineering. But at the end of the day, media becomes a standard through these federations, that how they support a continent. For instance, if you want to bring a standard into the technologies, so how it differentiates itself is with the partnership that we built with Google and Zoom and some other additional partners that we are about to announce, is the fact that Google allows us now, because we built the entire infrastructure of our AI ICDN structure on GCP, connected to multi-modalities and multi-CDNs, so they all can bring content with multi-view. But more importantly, when it comes to device management, rather than us sitting down and writing drivers for every one of these refrigerator, washing machines, your medical devices and everything else, we wanted the use of AITV become interactive, because connecting to that 600 million device, now that gives us the ability to provide telemedicine, teleeducation, like Steven said, teleshopping, and create the interactive experiences between your television and our set. So that is why it becomes paramount that different regions, that they have different standards, we can comply on a global basis and satisfy the consumer's need. Back to you, Richard.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Moradi. Mark, now, how does AITV redefine user engagement compared to Netflix, YouTube, or Disney Plus?
Yeah, great question, VJ. So, if you look at Netflix today, and it's a great company, as is Disney and YouTube, but we're taking this to the next level. Example, Netflix today allows you to, or attempts to help you pick within the Netflix set of content what recommended channels to watch. But what it doesn't do is address the broader thousands of channels that we now are, quite frankly, overwhelmed with, that we could be watching in our living room or on our television set. Yep. And, what we're bringing, as Francis talked about, and Dr. M and Stephen as well, we're bringing the technology that will personalize the whole process. So your personal avatar, your digital avatar will know you, and it will know exactly how, your viewing habits, the kind of things you like, and then it will know what is available at any particular point in time to watch on television, and it will help you pick the best options. It'll make the recommendations for you. But, it doesn't stop there because, ultimately most of us, and Stephen kind of touched on this, I think earlier, you have the current version of broadcast television, which is one way. And so the broadcasters with the advertisers attempt to guess what the viewing audience is and what they might want to see based on a Nielsen rating. But it's a very coarse view of the world, and it does not get down to you as an individual what your preferences are. So you may prefer to buy Ford products or buy Nissan products or whatever car or truck manufacturer, but you don't want to see ads for the other companies. So the technology that we're bringing, and this is what the advertisers love, for the first time ever, now that the advertisers will be able to pinpoint exactly the ads that individuals will want to see when they're viewing television. And then as the viewer, you always, of course, will have the option to opt out of any ads by paying additional fees. But if you're open to learning about things of interest, quite frankly, now the personalized ads will be much more useful to you as a consumer in the end part of the market. So both ways, we're connecting the dots, and we're bringing what Google has done in the past in the internet to the living room, to the television viewing, the personalized ad revolution, if you would. And of course, Google grew itself into a $1 trillion market cap company, and we have the potential to do the same thing here. Back to you, Vijay.
So does this mean that the viewers will have non-intrusive advertisements, Mark?
Yeah, yes, exactly right. It's opt into the advertisements,
Right.
and if they do, they're doing it because they're saving on a higher subscription fee, but they're also getting useful information, things that they're interested in, things that they want to know about. And that is a game changer. It changes the whole world of what that interaction is all about, as Francis Teo was talking about a few minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much, Mark. So now we have viewed we have heard about the technology innovation. We started from origins and visions. We went down to technology and innovation. Now let's touch something about market strategy and opportunities. Now these questions come back to you again, Mark. Why now? Why is the timing right for AITV's global expansion now?
Yeah, that's a great question, and this goes back to my opening answers to the questions about the discussions Dr. Murati and I had early on. A year ago, this would have been too early. A year from now, we very well could be too late to be bringing this to the marketplace. And let me expand on that. The fact is, AI is accelerating at an incredible rate right now. It's changing every business around the world. And every board of directors, every broadcast industry board and executive teams are asking themselves the question about how AI is going to impact their business. And you combine that with the fact that we've all now moved to streaming in the living room from having a coax cable box or over-the-air television to streamed information. So what that has done is it has opened up the entire internet to the viewer. So now you connect those two dots. You connect AI and its acceleration with the acceleration and the improvements in streaming, as Stephen talked about, brings together a timing opportunity that is right now. And because technology is moving so fast, we believe that getting to market now is going to put us in an incredibly good position to drive the future of TV. And so our goal is to help make that all happen. Back to you, Vijay.
Thank you, Mark. Now, this next question, I guess I will answer that. What is the significance of securing a GeoIP license in Malaysia? Well, Securing an AITV Geo IP license in Malaysia is critical for ensuring data sovereignty, localized content delivery, and regulatory compliance. Now, it enables AITV to deploy digital, or otherwise known as data clean rooms, and ultra low latency AI deployment within the Malaysian borders or hosted in Malaysia, subject to infrastructure availability. Now, if such infrastructure is limited, AITV Technologies Inc. will collaborate with the government to assist in building the necessary infrastructure to host AITV in the country. Now, this license empowers private, secure, sovereign broadcasting, supports government broadcasters and telco partnerships, and ensures culturally relevant AI-driven content for local audiences. It also creates new jobs, nurtures Malaysian AI and media talent, and drives the development of innovative business models in the digital broadcasting and Web3 or 4 enabled content economy. The AITV Geo IP license aligns with ESG and SDG priorities by creating high value jobs, accelerating Malaysia's digital economy, and unlocking new revenue models in an AI driven media. I've got another question for myself again. What's the roadmap for AITV in APEC region and globally? Well, AITV's APEC strategy focuses on delivering what hyperscalers don't: infrastructure, localization, sovereign broadcasting, and empowering governments, broadcasters, telcos, and creators with Web3 for monetization tools like tokenized content and smart contracts to drive independent revenue streams and audience ownership. It also enables AI powered sovereign public broadcasting, secure digital education, and media control, ensuring nations retain content and audience sovereignty. With a strong emphasis on ethical AI, privacy first design, and bias mitigation, AITV's digital data clean rooms provide compliant, secure, and personalized content delivery while supporting local languages and culturally relevant content. By 2030, AITV envisions every screen in the APEC region becoming intelligent and interactive, every viewer AI assisted, and every creator owning their audience and revenue. Now, AI Technologies Inc. is not just building the future of television, it's engineering a global, sovereign, and participatory media revolution powered by AI and Web 3.0.
Yeah, Vijay, if I could just expand on that point a little bit, that one of the mantras we had when I was at Oracle was we had to think globally, but we had to act locally. And the importance of that is understanding that every part of the globe has some geo-specific set of issues associated with it. And as you just described, Malaysia, has different, criteria than maybe, Singapore or China or Vietnam or the US. And so we clearly understand, while we're thinking globally, that there are local nuances that we will ensure we properly address as we roll out the solution. Back to you, Vijay.
Yeah, absolutely right, Mark. Because every sovereign has got their own privacy and their own cultural content, and hosting the content here and the servers here becomes prominently important, and it also reduces the latency. So now, having said that, let's look at the leadership vision of AITV. Now, let's explore the way forward, right? So, Mark, I've got a question for you here now. What does success look like for AITV over the next 5 years?
Oh, that's a fantastic question. But what the context and as I touched on, AI and technology, specifically AI-driven technologies, are accelerating at such a fast rate today. That learning curve and that knowledge curve is going almost vertical, right? And what does that mean? It means that within 5 years, the world's going to be a very different place. And as Francis mentioned early on and painted the picture of what AITV, how it will be part of that future, it really changes how we're going to be interacting with anything we're doing from a content delivery standpoint. Everything we do in the living room will be different when we're watching television. It will be truly, you'll have always the option to have a passive viewing experience if you want it. But the reality is, with AI now integrated in two-way interactivity, it changes all of that. It changes the paradigms of everything we've just talked about. And as a result of that, if you look at some very successful other Silicon Valley companies, right, over the last 10 years, my startups, I had time horizons of 5 to 10 years to get to a culmination point of either a acquisition by a larger company or going public, right? That took 5 to 10 years. But with AI, because of the rate of change, everything is accelerating at an incredible rate. So we really feel that, unlike it took Google, they were formed in 1999. They are now $1 trillion company, but it took that long to get there. We don't see that happening here because of this acceleration in technology. We think in 5 years, we have the ability clearly to be, maybe even sooner, a unicorn company, one that is growing to $1 billion valuation. So the bottom line is, we're very excited about the possibilities. This team is incredible. I didn't mention, but I also did a stint as a venture capital investor in Silicon Valley. And out of the hundreds or thousands of presentations I saw, I never saw a strong management team as is on this team that we're bringing to you today.
Yeah.
And so the execution is all about the ability of this team, with all its knowledge, with all its experience, both geographically, technologically, and from an enterprise, world software that I come from at Oracle. It's the culmination of all that that's going to allow us to accelerate this whole process, and why we're so confident that we're going to be able to build a very big company in a much shorter time frame than it took Google to grow the way it did. But we expect that similar kind of outcome, if we're successful.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Mark, there, because AITV provides what the hyperscalers don't. And we actually have a TV that talks to you and emotionally drives the viewers' content. And for the advertisers, it's non-intrusive advertisement for the viewers. And for the advertisers, they are having ad view guarantee. So we have got an all-in-all package that I think what you say is right. We'll become a unicorn sooner than later. So thank you, Mark, for that. Now let's have one now for Stephen. This is yours.
Okay.
How do diverse leadership backgrounds shape AITV strategy? I mean, how do your diverse leadership backgrounds shape AITV strategy?
This is, Mark mentioned it being a unicorn company. And when you look at the definition of that, you're looking at 5 very diverse backgrounds, but that also overlap each other. So to have 5 guys like this with this background being able to collaborate on a single goal of content development to delivery to feedback of consumer to everybody down the chain is a very, very unique scenario. And it allows us to not only work in different geographical regions, language traditions, and security issues, but it also allows us to think out of the box. And let me tell you, folks, the 5 of us get together for a 10-minute telephone call. It will last an hour for us to think, because we're thinking out of the box. So the collaboration, the long-term looking ahead, and what we think we can deliver here in a very short period of time really becomes a unique opportunity. So I'm jazzed about doing this.
Oh, thank you, Stephen. Very nicely put. Now, got one for Francis. Since you are the CTO and living in the AI world more than any of us, what's your advice do you have for young innovators and media disruptors?
Well, keep an open mind and be creative and always listen to what the customer wants, because the customer needs is the most important. Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah, that's a
Francis.
great point, Francis. It's
Yeah.
all about understanding and thinking about what the customer's needs are.
Adding some value to Francis' input, we are looking at different production. For example, creators. It's a great opportunity to build their own AITV channel with us, as we are doing in different parts of the world right now.
Yeah.
Media aggregators that we are working and signed NDAs with Disney, for example, and with Warner Brothers and so forth, allows us to bring interactive content for watch parties to the audience. So this particular processes of the innovation gradually will be introduced in different phases, but ultimately the consumers, as Francis said, they have to have a compelling reason. Why do I need to move from my passive TV to interactive TV? And these are the compelling reasons that we are giving you without taking away your passive experience that you already have through your smarter connected TV. Back to you, Vijay.
Thank you, Dr. Muradi. I noticed that you talked about the watch party. Now, Dr. Muradi, I have a question. This is out of the box. Now, how different is our the watch party with AITV versus the other watch parties?
Well, the watch party that we have observed by Prime, for example, by Amazon, or by Disney Plus, it's a program that basically allows you to do a text chat together and then have a subscriber to watch a movie that you rent or you watch on the OTT. In the watch party, the way we are looking at it is that human interaction, the facial, the impression. So when we are watching a football game, like an NFL, we all have our fans, we have our followers, we want to express our emotion and feelings, but with the text, you can't really do that, because at the same time, you're paying attention to your little keyboard, texting that feeling, right? While you're trying to pay attention to the content. So you really divide up your own attention, that it doesn't make it that personal experience. So we feel with the AITV, having you and I watching, or a group of us watching a live stream or an event or a concert, that is the way that it goes, but yet maintain your privacy inside the digital media room, that you can invite your friends only and share that experience, but not with the mass audience. If you do decide to do so, those are based on broadcasters' decisions that they can provide that service as a watch party.
Pretty much like a private box in a huge sitting in an opera setting, right?
Precisely.
There you go.
You
There
just
you go.
nailed it. Exactly. So I'd rather be in the box than be in the main one.
Right.
Right. Or being in one of the booths in a stadium sports event, right? Where you're
Right. Yeah.
together and
Exactly.
you're experiencing each other's emotions, right?
Right.
That's you
Exactly.
on a texting thing, as Dr. Muradi said, there's no emotion transfer there. When you're raising your arm in success, or you're sad because the other team scored a goal, that doesn't happen in a text environment, but it does happen when you're seeing each other experience those different emotions.
So all these emotions are shared in real time in a private and secured environment where everybody engages together. It's as though that you're having a real life sitting, right? So now we understand the watch party. How different is AITV's watch party versus the others in the market? I think we are coming close to our time here now, gentlemen. Is there anything else anybody wants to say before I wrap up the show for today with the key takeaways from the episode? Dr. Moradi, you have anything to say for closing?
Well, I want to thank our audience for watching our programs and reading about it. Our objective is really just to get you excited, because at AITV we have one mantra: you got to love it and you got to live it. That's all I have to say.
Perfect.
Mark, you have anything for closing?
Yeah. Boy, again, to mirror Dr. Marati's comment, we really appreciate you joining us on this Tech Talk today. Hopefully it's brought you some, new understanding of where the future of TV is going. We feel, as Stephen mentioned, this team is an incredible combination of talent, and we feel that we're very well positioned to help bring this to the global markets while recognizing the need to act locally and recognize local nuances as we bring this all to market. So again, I want to thank everybody for participating in the call today.
Thank you, Mark. Steve?
Well, I'll echo the same sentiments. It's great to be on Tech Talk. It's great to interact with everybody that's out there. And I am just really excited and really looking forward to the interactions of all the different people around the world and bridging the gap here in the human race. So I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
And he was going to go do fishing, by the way.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Francis, do you have anything to say for our closing?
Well, we are here. We are into a new era. We are going into the era entertainment 2.0, whereby it is more than entertainment. We are actually giving you the chance to create your own entertainment. You create your own content and to be broadcast. So this is the way that is changing the way how entertainment will be, and turning the entire TV to become an entertainment platform. Instead of being a TV, now it become a one for all. Yeah. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you, Francis. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having us here. A future beyond connected TV, this evolution marks a clear shift from a passive mechanical past to a future where every viewer actively engages with real-time intelligence. And every screen becomes an interactive AI-powered experience. Imagine a future when the TV talks to you and follows you. AITV Technologies Inc., the disruptor's disruptor in the digital broadcasting and AI media space, brings that to you. So please kindly visit our website at aitvtech.co, which is aitvtech.co. And we have got a teaser for episode 2, where we're going to explore inside the tech, AI agents, and the smart media engine powering AITV. Once again, thank you very much for everybody for joining us, the guests, the audience, and the call to action is like, subscribe, and stay tuned as we continue to explore the tech transforming tomorrow's TV today. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. VJ.
Hey, thanks, VJ. Great job. Bye now.
Bye. Thanks, Mark, for actually getting up early.
Very early.
Very right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.